Hello and welcome back to my channel. So, today I'm gonna be talking about some NUGU girl groups who really seriously never left my mind and unfortunately disbanded way too soon. I'm definitely gonna be making a part 2 since there's quite a few of them and apparently I have a lot to say about them lol. Anyway, feel free to share your favorite disbanded NUGU in the comments and without further ado. Venom, yeah! Their disbandment was the most heartbreaking off this list because they were my alts and I was in physical pain when I read the disbandment post. Okay. They are also the most known NUGU group with Soonyoon even appearing on Girls Planet 999, but none of that translated into album sales or voting points. Their songs were of really great quality. All their title tracks are some of my favorite songs ever, especially paired with their distinctively unique vocals. Every member had a really interesting and satisfying vocal tone, so it's mind-boggling how they didn't take off. I felt like as a group, they always brought something unique and exciting to the table. They have something less than 20 songs in their discography and trust me, they are all worth a listen. Unfortunately their company sucked and that was that. Rest in peace Bandit, you all were taken from the stands too soon.
I am stupid. 혼자 앞서가네. Don't mess with me. 여기 같은 넌 다시 넘어가지 않아. Don't mess with me. Hands up, 다 손뼉 치고 계속 리듬에 맞춰. 다 hands up, 리듬에 맞춰.
Their debut album Grand Opera is among my favorite K-pop albums ever. I truly believe these girls would devour the K-pop scene given the right promotions, management, etc. Really pleasant and light vocals and an interesting synth electronic concept. My personal favorite, somewhat reminiscent of Luna, Cosmic Girls and IZ*ONE. Sadly, this would be their first and last original comeback coupled with a music video and promotions. After some time they released I Like You, a remake of Jewelry's I Really Like You, and then later another remake Hot and Cold, again by Jewelry. Despite both their last comebacks being remakes without music videos and little to no promotions, I was still holding out hope for a proper comeback in the future, but yeah, that didn't end up happening. I mean, they were actually really good catchy songs, but it went unnoticed. Another talented group derailed by their company. What's new? Grand Opera is being streamed as we speak by the way. ANS, short for Angel and Soul, were one of the few groups I ever followed pre-debut. They had one of those open lineups where a new member or members would join the group every comeback, so there were originally 5 members, then 6 for their actual debut, and eventually 8 by their disbandment. I always thought the new member thing was interesting and it definitely added an exciting layer to the group. Their debut Boom Boom was a little rough around the edges, but it was quite catchy and set a tone for their future releases. Their first and last comeback Say My Name garnered some serious attention, and as I already mentioned, they teased a new member joining the group, but yeah, that didn't end up happening. They would go on a hiatus after that and ultimately disband. What's frustrating is that they had so much potential and they were starting to build an audience with Say My Name. The mismanagement from the company is astounding. Later they said that ANS were gonna re-debut with a different lineup, but eventually they just debuted a new girl group altogether, Majors. Majors consisted of 5 new members and BN returning. Honestly, I never really got into their music. I think the company was just trying to ride off of BN's popularity and she should have just gone solo at that point because to no one's surprise, Majors ended up disbanding as well with almost all members leaving the company. Anyway, ariaz, NUGU queens, gone but not forgotten. Girlkind was a 5-member group that made their debut in early 2018 with Fancy, a song that was not most known for its fun vibrant vibe but the slightly iconic slightly bizarre "All My Hood Unis" line. Yeah, they kinda became a running joke within the NUGU realm dwellers for their low budget sound and music videos, but I personally found it charming. It was pure fun NUGU vibes, one of those $5 and a dream kinda concepts, but much like a lot of the groups on this list, they had some solid vocalists and their songs often sounded better in live stages than in music videos. So yeah, it wasn't very polished, but what always surprised me about them was the fact that they obviously came from a very small company, but still got somewhat regular comebacks. I mean, I felt like they were at least trying to promote them. Honestly, you can't tell me that Psycho For You or Good Vibes Only doesn't absolutely slap. Low quality great music kinda thing. So when they disbanded I was genuinely surprised cause as I said, they were getting comebacks, but yeah, all good things must come to an end and they were the best NUGU thing, okay? Wegirls made their debut in mid-2018 with one of the best debut songs in history, I'm So Serious. On Air is a top-tier banger. They have a total of under 10 releases, with half of them being intros and outros, but let me tell you, every one of them is a full-blooded bop. Like, it should have been a crime to disband these slayers. Their sound was really fresh and melodic, but pretty shortly after their debut, members started leaving and the company announced they were looking for new members. After some time passed and with no news about the group, it was speculated they silently disbanded, which was later confirmed by one of the former members. So yeah, a great group but unfortunately very short-lived. Here for a good time, not a long time, truly. Shafla, meaning sharp and flat, was a 4-member girl group under Vine Entertainment. Much like Wegirls, they were active for a very short period of time and only put out 2 songs before their disbandment. I absolutely loved their concept. They had a very sultry, mature, classy sound and it wasn't something you would hear too often in K-pop. Very refreshing, as stupid as it sounds. I think a lot of people were put off by their name lol, which I mean yes, it is unusual, especially the sharp and flat part, but it's weird to think about how off-putting that was to the public. Anyway, it seems their company completely disregarded them. A crime honestly. I will still be holding out hope though. So, thank you for watching this video and I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.